Did you know that a woman needs 11 points of non sexual contact a day in order to feel intimate with their partner? That could be your partner coming up to you and putting the hair over your ears, or touching you lightly on your shoulder, or touching the small of your back, or giving you a little kiss or a little on the nose, or just a hug without any sense of intimacy, sexual intimacy, like connection or want or need in any kind of way. So the fun question I had today, hi guys, look at the kids from school, isn't that fab? So the fun question I had today, how does a woman show that type of intimacy to herself? Since this week 19 is all about how to cultivate intimacy in your 40s and beyond, I thought we could talk about how do we go about doing that. So I had a fun thing. Something that I do every single month is get my nails done. It's an intimate act of me caring for myself. Good morning. The flowers. My favorite fireplace. So something as simple as going to get your nails done. Having a day of the week that you have your mask that you do at home, or you take a nice bath, or you have a really luxurious lotion. Maybe you're taking the time to get to work on your triggers, which is such an intimate way of being able to acknowledge yourself. Oh my goodness, I went and got my nails done. It's a little bit windy out here today. And okay, so finish back to the conversation of cultivating intimacy within us as women after the age of 40. And the other day I was talking to Mariama and Emily, and they were at at my house, and I had created like a nice little ambiance, a little girly. We had lunch outside. It was so funny. And we were talking about the point of intimacy. Of course, we're talking about sex within our relationships, but then we started thinking about, wait a minute, everything that we do when it comes to bringing that intimacy and sexiness into our relationship with our partners begins and ends with us. It really has everything to do with your mind. Because if you think about it, it's the way that you feel in your skin. It is when you get yourself ready to have an intimate moment with your partner. You know, it's about the lotion, it's about the perfume, it's about the lingerie. Even if you're 10, 15, 20 years into the relationship, this is how you bring in that kind of intimacy and that sexiness. But then how do you do it for yourself? So for myself, like I said, I got my nails done. I do that every single month. I love taking a nice hot bath with lots of bubbles and candles, and maybe like a little glass of bubbles just for myself in the bathtub. I love the self-care-ness of getting my mask from the local grocery store and just taking the 20 minutes to put my hair up in a deep conditioning mask and put the mask on in my face. Because what I'm doing is telling myself that I am worthy by showing those 11 points of non-sexual intimacy with myself, touching myself, loving myself. It's cultivating that relationship, which in the long run helps us cultivate that relationship with our partners if you don't have one already, because you're already nourishing yourself. And oh my God, why do they start doing this construction when I'm talking to you? But we'll keep going. It has everything to do with recognizing that the world begins and ends with you. It's about being accountable and responsible to you, myself, all of us as women. We spend so much time taking care of everybody else that we forget to put ourselves first. So showing these little moments of intimacy for ourselves, when even if you're home and you have a nice glass of wine and you have your little yoga toe silicone things that you put around your toes for 20 minutes as you paint your toenails, because it makes you feel happy with yourself. So when you put on your strappy sandals, now that we're into spring, and you look down and you look at your toes and they look so pretty, it elicits that little feeling in yourself that, oh my God, it's so good. That is what I mean, is chasing that intimacy that helps us cultivate that feminine aspect of ourselves, because it's so important. And I noticed this myself a couple of years ago, when I was in my mid 40s. I kind of stopped showing up for myself. I stopped putting on makeup. I was wearing my spandex pants and my easy, comfortable clothes, even when I was out in these streets. And I remember one day I looked at myself in one of the big, like mirrors like this, like the walkway glasses. Can you see it like over there where the bus is across the street? That they have the big glass windows when you're walking by, and I saw my reflection and I was taken aback. I was like, girl, can it be that you have let yourself go? And that jarred me in such a way because I stopped showing up for myself as a woman that I love so very much, first and foremost, before all things. So the ornamentation of, just getting dressed, even if I'm not going anywhere, for myself, putting on my perfume, putting on my everyday makeup versus like this little glam makeup, because I'm going to do my video for the week today. So I just set myself up, putting on my cute little sweater sets that are so simple. Look at my cute little sweater set. It's navy blue, little buttons. It's got a little camisole, little sweater with my little jacket and jeans and sneakers. I mean, it's nothing magnificent, but I show it for myself, and I gotta tell you, I look cute. I love everything about it. So it's those moments that are important when we're cultivating the intimacy for ourselves in our 40 and beyond, because it all begins and ends with us. Before we even have an intimate sexual moment with our partners, we have intimate moments with ourselves. And then we can expand on this a little bit later throughout the week, but this is basically what we're going to be talking about this week, is the intimacy that we show for ourselves as women, cultivating it. How do we do it? How do we express it? What is the psychological aspects of it? How does it benefit us in the long run? These are the topics that we're going to be talking about this week. So I trust you'll be with me and we're going to have the best time. Now, because I went to the grocery store for coffee and you saw the 2 bags I have here, I'm going to go home because my husband's waiting for me to go have a cup of coffee.